Hi everyone, welcome back to Be Rich. Welcome back to the podcast. I have Arun with me, and one of the questions you guys had asked is something which Arun has also been wondering about. Something he's wondering if he should also be doing, and we were discussing off video that he should definitely consider it. Considering as a young man who's just been married now, it's something he should definitely do. And what it is, remove your mind from the gutter. It's not that. It's insurance. So what's the question, Arun?
The question is, Hi Vinod sir, hope you are doing good. Planning to take a term insurance for 1 crore. For example, they gave me two options. First one is to pay 3,000 per month for 15 years or pay 1,200 till the maturity. You and Anand sir have discussed in a video. Kindly suggest me which is the best plan.
Okay. I don't know anything more. You have to give far more details. And you know how old you are, your date of birth, and what is the term details. And this is just absolutely big. So I'll try to give an answer on a lot of hypotheticals and some general information. Best is if you watch Anand's video, which I think he did a couple of Sundays back on Money Pechu, that he's done a video on term insurance. I'll try and do a video in English for you guys about that, similar to the theme video here. But right now, to answer your question, let's say two things. My general thumb rule is to take term insurance till the day you plan to retire. So let's say you plan to retire when you're 60 years old, which most right now Indians plan to do is retire at 60. Taking term up to that point should be enough. I would not suggest taking a term till 80, because let's say your term up to 60 is 10,000 rupees. From 10,000 rupees going all the way up to 80, it'll almost double in cost, because the amount of risks the insurance company has to bear from 60 to 80 is far higher. So usually it'll go quite high after the age of 60 if you ask them. So, and if you are keen to take that kind of a cover, I would say take till the age of 60. And the extra money, let's say if 10,000 rupees is for the age of 60, these are all purely hypothetical, because this is random numbers I'm giving. So if you take it to the age of 80, let's say it's 20,000. Now I would say instead of taking the 20,000, you take 60 and put the 10,000 for 60, and the remaining 10,000 which you would have put for 80, to take that and plug it into a passive index fund in the market. If you do that, by the time you turn 60, the 10,000 rupees which you've been paying would give you a far larger return than that insurance would have given you at the age of 80, the return. Because from the age of 60 onwards, you'll be able to put in a little more, and that's how usually it works. Life gives you bonuses, it gives you some extra cash on the table, and you'll be investing it. So you won't need to be on the age of 60, because your working years are over. And by then, you're definitely thinking of term insurance. You would have also invested and been a little more wisely by the time, and you won't need to worry. The main reason why we take term insurances is during, especially the young, the youth of your life. What happens is you have a family, you have children. Children is very young, your wife is very young. And in case something happens to you, their future should not be in jeopardy. So you take a term policy of 1 crore or more, whatever you think an amount which is required for you or your family. So in case something happens to you, midway through your life, something disastrous happens, let me say, then they're taken care of. That's the idea of the term insurance. Term insurance is not an investment. Term insurance, like this car insurance, like any other insurance, medical insurance, it does not give you anything when the maturity period is over. It is just in case something happens. So keep that in mind. So you just want to take the amount which you require to exactly the time you require. You don't want to take term insurance like it will be sold to you like an investment, and it's not, because people who are selling insurance need to hook you somehow, so it'll make it sound like an investment, and they'll tie the term insurance with some other fancy product, and they'll say this term is also in this. Like a lot of credit cards give term insurance too. They tie it together and they try to sell it to you as one package. So keep that in mind, right? So you should take term insurance to the amount which you require for the time you require, exactly that much. Any extra money you have, you should invest it in mutual funds. And you can do that yourself, and you'll get far better returns than even the term insurance policy. So if you open, let's say, a SIP calculator. So let's say we put monthly the same 1,500 rupees for maturity, and we step up every 10% every year, right? Let's say expected return is not even 11%, right? Now, let's say, how old are you?
29.
29.
Yeah.
And you'll work till 60. So that's how many years?
31 years left.
31 years. Right? So if you're just putting 1,500 rupees every month, by the time you're 31 years from now, see how much you'll get.
1 crore 28 lakhs 91,750.
Now let's look at term insurance. This is after discount. This is what they're saying. So it's a 1 crore policy, right?
They have given till 69 years.
After 69 years. So let's change that now. They're telling you to pay 1,954 monthly premium for 40 years, right? So let's go back to our calculator. Change this 1,954 for 40 years. He's going to give you 1 crore if you die. Okay, you're paying that much monthly. But if you just plug that into index, which is giving 11%, an annual 10% you raise, right? 40-year period. How many crores is that? 5.5 crores. Where is 1 crore? And whereas you ask your family, which would they prefer? They would, of course, want 5.5 crores. So this is what I mean. So you take the base minimum because he's put all kinds of things into this. There are 2 riders which you should consider when you take term insurance. One rider is disability rider. That means some accident happens, you don't die, but you become disabled. Okay, and you cannot work. So they give you some amount for that. Second is disease. There are like around 38 diseases which they have. There's another rider for that. That rider also you should take in case you get any one of those diseases and you're unable to work because let's say blindness or something. They'll give you some amount of money for that. So these are 2 main riders you should look at and keep your term insurance as low as possible. Don't fall into this trap like they immediately trying all other kinds of products to it. And they're trying to push, they'll say even if you don't die, we will give you some amount. That's rubbish because like I said, if you invest it yourself, passive funds, in 40 years time, you'll definitely make almost 5.5 crores. So that extra which you're thinking of spending, let's say I want 2 crores, 3 crores, whatever, because you get greedy. Because when you look at it like 1,500 rupees, only 2,000 rupees a month, and like when you're earning, let's say 40,000 rupees a month, you think it's nothing.
But in 40 years, it makes a huge difference.
But you must remember, you only get this money if you die. If you don't die, you're not going to get 2 crores, 3 crores. Because people get enamored when they see the crore number, and they see the amount, little money they have to pay. Right? So don't fall for that trap. First, work out what number you actually need in case you die. Up to what age. And then buy the base with those riders, like I was talking about. And the rest of the money which you do have, invest it in the mutual funds. And if you just increase these numbers, let's say if you make it 5,000 rupees, see where the numbers go. 5,000 rupees a month. You do it for 40 years, you're going to 14 crores. Then your question will be, then why isn't everyone rich? Everyone is not rich because it takes discipline. Same reason everybody.
For 40 years, you should do.
Why everyone doesn't look like Rock Wayne Johnson? Why everyone doesn't become Bill Gates? Whatever reason. Because it takes discipline and concerted effort to show up. Consistency is required.
Because term insurance, they need not put that.
No, and your policy can expire. It's a monthly payment if you take. Let's say you're paid for 30 years. On the 31st year, you forget. Some job transfer is happening, some city transfer is happening. Okay? You forget to pay. Your policy is lapsed.
They will not give the amount.
You don't get anything in money if you die, no. So your policy has to stay active in case you die. So let's say 1 month you forgot to pay, and that month you happen to die. Your policy becomes null and void. Your family cannot do anything. So consistency is very important. So that's why I always prefer term insurance where you pay one shot. You pay whatever, it's a big amount. You pay it and then you're done. You're covered for the entire time. So think about all this before you decide to do term insurance. I'll do a more in-depth video like what Anand did in Money Pechu sometime soon. So I'll dive more into the nuances of it, how it works, how to price it, and then you can look into that video too. But I hope this answers your questions. Understood? I hope you go take term insurance and you go meet someone from Traders team. Thanks guys. Thanks for watching the video. I hope it gave you some clarity, Uday, and I'll see you in the next one soon.